Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I'm doing a voiceover because it's so windy in the background. The weather is just not playing ball at the moment, is it? I feel like we're getting kind of what we should have got in winter, because let's be honest, generally speaking, winter was really not that bad for us. Now we've hit spring, it seems like endless rain, still freezing cold, and the wind. Aren't we lucky? I just need some warmth back in my life, just a little bit of heat from that sun. That's all I'm asking for. And I would like to turn my horses back out at some point when it's not kind of like underwater out in my fields. Anyway, you will have seen from this thumbnail what it's about, and that is that I'm actually going to be sharing Corporal, something I never thought I would ever do. Honestly, if you'd even asked me last year, would you consider sharing Coop, I'd have been like, no way. I'm very protective of my old boy. I've had him since he was 4, and I can count on one hand how many people have sat on him, because I just was selfishly just never liked anyone else riding him, because I was just like, it's mine, I don't trust anyone else on him, that kind of thing. But actually things have changed. So I'll do a very, very brief recap, because I could talk for England about Coop. That's how much I love him. Middle of last year, we went to the Winter Dressage Championships, and then I retired him from competition with me because he'd given me all that he could. So if people don't know, I've actually had Corporal since he was 4, and we evented for probably a good, I think it would have been 5 or 6 years since he was a 5-year-old. And he was incredible. I mean, he gave me the time of my life. He was an insanely good event horse and loved the cross country. And we went up to intermediate, and he was really successful. I was just so lucky to have such a great horse. And then he had an incident jumping on an arena surface where his back end gave way. It was just an unlucky freak accident, and it damaged both hind suspensories. So not from wear and tear from eventing or anything, but after that I didn't want to event him again, because I just thought the workload to get him fit enough would not do those suspensories any good. So I did actually do a little bit of BSJ with him for a couple of years, and then I turned to my beloved dressage, and we've probably had a good, I reckon it must be 5 years of good on dressage, lots of regionals and championships. I've been so incredibly lucky with him, but I just know that he had come to the end of that with me. He wasn't enjoying the work that we were doing, and it was asking too much of him. He's 21 now, so it was just too much, and I didn't want to keep asking when I had been given so much from him over the years. So I decided, right, time to retire. In fact, I'd actually retired him 2 years previous to that, and then dragged him back out and had another 2 good years on him. So I was absolutely 100%. I was like, after the Winter Champs, that is it. It's time to give this boy a quieter pace of life. And he actually then went out in the field with Sienna for 4 months and had that time off completely. And obviously being off full time, he then lost a lot of condition, and his top line went, and his muscles kind of weakened, and he just didn't look so great for it. So I knew then that obviously he was going to have to do some schooling to keep in good nick, while I would be hacking him anyway. And obviously with Sienna coming into work, and it was going to be a tricky juggling act to keep everyone in some sort of good work and schooling and all that. And it just happened, perfect timing, that somebody I know really well, who I've taught for quite a few years, was selling their pony. And I just thought, actually, this is a perfect match. She's away at school for most of the time. It means I keep complete control over Corporal, which is really important to me. And it just fitted. So she's been riding him on the weekends, and any holidays that she gets, she comes and rides him as much as she likes. And it's lovely because I get to teach her. I know all of Coop's buttons, so it's easy for me to teach her on him because I know him so well. And it's just been really lovely to watch, and surprisingly rewarding. I find there's something so lovely about watching Coop give back to somebody else, and that, he is a really genuine horse. I mean, he's not without his moments when he's a bit cheeky, but he is teaching her so much, and it's just lovely. Honestly, it makes me smile because I just love watching it so much. And the great thing is we're all doing it within his comfort zone. So none of this is hard for him. We're not pushing him in any way. Really, he's just going to be working around prelim and novice level and no higher than that. So it's just really lovely. In fact, Lara let me put a couple of clips in of her. She's only ridden him probably 5 or 6 times, and she's come from a pony, and honestly they've gelled so quickly, and her style of riding really suits him. And yeah, it's lovely, and hopefully they might be able to do a few shows in the summer, might go and do some prelim dressage, which, will be lovely for him to do and really nice for Lara. So that's what we've been up to. And also, even better, it means I've got a bit of company at home. She can come out hacking with me when I start taking Sienna out. So it really benefits me as well. And all in all, we're really lucky and it has worked out brilliantly for both of us. So watch this space. Lara's going to be definitely in a few more videos. So it's all good, all exciting.